Danielle.
And I'm Lauren.
Okay, well, thanks for coming back to listen to us on our podcast today.
We got an exciting one today.
Yeah, very exciting.
Treveri.
Treveri.
I don't know if you guys have been to Treveri before.
We have not.
It was our first time.
Our first time.
And it was so delicious.
It was so good.
So yummy. Food was great.
Mm-hmm.
Wine was great. And their big thing is sparkling wine.
Yes,
right?
they do sparkling wine. Yeah. They have mixed drinks there too. But
oh, yeah.
Sparkling wine.
Your husband got a mixed drink.
Yeah, he did.
That thing was fancy.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was really cool. We'll discuss that later. But so Treveri, we should probably say where it's located.
Oh yeah,
in Wapato here in Washington.
Wapato, Washington.
It's a funny word. But yeah, Wapato, Washington. Okay, so like first things first though. We're going to pop a bottle
for sure
of the Treveri. So we did taste this.
Which one is
during our visit? It's the Blanc de Noir.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, maybe I tasted this and you didn't.
Correct.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we're gonna pop this.
They have a couple different tasting options. While she's getting this open, we'll listen to her open it up like a pro.
I don't know if I'm a pro or not. I just like to drink stuff, so.
And
it's a lot.
There was a couple different wine flights actually. Yeah. So I'll kind of review those. I'm kind of jumping ahead while she's doing this because she did taste this. There was 3 different flights.
Yes, 3 different flights. And then they had also a seasonal mimosa flight too.
Ooh, yeah, and that looked super delicious.
Yeah.
So the 3 different flights, there was Taste of Treveri flight, a classic flight, and an aromatic white. So I ended up doing the aromatic white.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, okay. It's good. It's chilled enough because he said if it ever overflows, you know, when you pop a bottle open, and if it ever like foams up and, you know, starts to spill out, it means your bottle is not chilled cold enough.
Listen to that sound.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
So beautiful.
Sparkling wine.
Some bubblies. These little tiny bubbles, they're so pretty.
Yeah, so there's actually a thing with tiny bubbles.
Yeah, tell us, Lauren.
You want tiny bubbles. So the Bubbles supervisor, I think or Bubbles manager, I think his name was Steve, was it?
Yes, it was Steve, and he was a Bubbles manager.
And he kind of went through the fermentation process on different ways that sparkling wines are made.
Yes.
So the French way, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's tricky. It's on the front of the bottle, so you will know if it's going to be the tiny bubbles or not.
I'm going to butcher this. Very American-like. It's Method Champenois. Did I say that right?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. It looks...
You just roll with it.
Yeah. In this way, it's fermented.
Yeah. They do it
with sugar and yeast in the bottle.
Yes, in the bottle. That's the main thing.
Yes. And they have to rotate the bottle every so often to kind of mix the fermentation process. Right?
Yes.
But there's also another way to get sparkling wines, and that way is through added carbonation. And I don't know what the fancy term for that is. We can look that up.
Yeah, we'll look
that
up.
And so that way is going to give you really big bubbles. When you look at the bubbles in the wine glass, you'll see bigger bubbles when it's the added carbonation.
Yes.
But when it's the French style
and in the bottle
fermentation,
it will be tiny bubbles.
Yes. And the big bubbles are going to give you more of like a hangover.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah. So that's how you know you're going to be getting some trouble. Okay, so Danielle right now is looking up on Google because we have a Google wine degree.
Yes.
Just kidding. Not really. We don't have one.
No, we don't, but we try.
And
Carbonation process for fermentation.
she pulls up her iPad.
Oh my gosh, don't tell them.
She's like, why is everything so small?
Apparently, I didn't realize there's a nice little section on the side that can show you.
She doesn't know how to zoom.
Apparently, I
I
guess
told her it's like a
not.
giant telephone.
It is.
I mean, cell phone.
Okay.
So tell us, Danielle, what's the added carbonation way called?
Stuff.
Danielle's an old lady.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how to work my iPad. I haven't used it in a minute. But okay, yeah. So to the two methods, the traditional method and the tank method. So the tank is where they put the yeast and sugar. They put all of that in there instead of into the bottle. The fancy.
Oh, yeah. They
word.
put it in one big tank.
Yeah.
And then the fancy worded one that I don't know how to say that Treveri does for all theirs is the traditional method.
Method champignon.
What was that, Danielle?
I don't know.
It's right. It's on the bottle.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yep.
on the bottle. So that's how you know. But basically, it's the traditional method.
Yeah. It's French way.
Yeah.
It's the nice way. It's going to give you the little bubbles, which you aren't going to get a
Tiny
bad
bubbles.
hangover from.
Yeah.
Not like the
Tiny
big bubbles.
Yes.
Okay. So it was a good thing we called and made reservations because,
Very good thing because, yeah, our friend told us to.
yeah. So I was talking about how we were going to go to Treveri, and our friend from Wapato, Washington,
Yes.
said that we better call and make reservations. And we were super fortunate when Danielle had called. The
Mhm.
place was booked.
Yes, it was completely booked. They only had their private room open.
And I think we only got that one because
I
the-
originally said we had 7 people, but only 5 of us went. But still.
And so we
it
only
was-
got it because we had such a big group, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And so that really worked out because it was so busy. We actually ended up shutting the door after a while.
Yeah, because it was so loud
It was
out there.
so loud. Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was very fun.
And there was 3 different tastings, which I think I talked about already a little bit.
You did.
I got the aromatic white one.
I got the taste of Treveri flight. So that was fun.
And then we had another girlfriend that also got the seasonal mimosas.
Yeah, that was that 4th kind of added flight. And then our other one, she also got the one that I got, the taste of Treveri. That one was really good. I really liked that.
And we ordered some yummy food. We ordered a big old pretzel that had a ton of yummy cheeses and
Yeah, it had fruit on it. There was actually a lot more stuff around and on the plate than we thought it was going to have.
it had a ton of stuff.
Yeah, it was good. And then we got a flatbread. It was one of their seasonal flatbreads, I think is what they call it.
Oh, it
'cause-
was so good.
Yeah,
too.
it was pear and bacon, like caramelized. Oh, it was so yummy. And then we also got the onion dip.
Oh,
It was the onion dip. Yeah, that was really yummy. I was really surprised about that. But those were really good. Okay, so do you want to go over your flight first
Oh yeah.
that you did?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
So mine had, hold on, let me look. I had 1, 2, 3, 4,
I think
4 in my tasting.
yeah, we only got 4 in the tasting. Yeah.
So my first one was a Blanc de Blanc.
Oh, yeah, I had this
Brut
one too.
Zero.
Yes.
I had more of a melon taste on it. The aroma was light. It was very clear, pretty dry. Very fresh and crisp, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too. I got more of a citrus
Okay.
kind of forward taste with it, but yeah, definitely more on the lighter aromas.
So this one's a Brut Zero.
Yeah, and it's 100% Chardonnay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But
And
doesn't it mean there's no added sugar to this one?
yeah, so the dosage.
So if you're low carb,
Yeah. So the dosage is how they measure the added sugar in it, and it had 0.
what's the dosage?
That's the sugar.
Oh, that's what the
Yeah,
sugar's
that's the
called?
sugar. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so
shit.
that's the sugar amount in it that they
Sorry.
add. No, yeah. And so this one definitely good for the no hangover.
And these
bit.
flights look beautiful.
Yeah, we'll have to post a picture for you guys.
yeah, I got some good pics of him,
Mm-hmm.
as well as what the interior of Treveri looks like.
And
But-
also the picture of my husband getting his super cool drink. We
Yep.
got a couple of those.
It was actually super awesome.
Yeah.
drink.
But anyways, back to
Back to the
the
flight.
Blanc de Blanc.
Yummy,
Yeah.
delicious.
That I thought, yeah, dry and light.
Would order
That was
again.
a good one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The next one I had was the Blanc de Blanc Brut. So this one's not the 0. And this one had more of like a green apple taste to it. And on my little charcuterie board that we
Oh,
got, the
yeah.
giant pretzel, I think is what it was
Yes,
called. And
it
it was a
was.
giant pretzel.
Yeah, it was huge.
It had some green apples on there. So I ate some of those along with the tasting, and it really did bring out a lot of that flavor in the wine. So highly recommend getting that charcuterie with the giant pretzel.
Oh man, it was just so good. Oh yeah, there was meat on there too. Yeah, the like little bits of meat.
Little bits
with
of
the,
salami
yeah, and prosciutto.
and salami. You ate up that salami.
I only had like one piece.
Uh-huh.
Rude.
Okay,
back to the drink.
so again, this one is the Blanc de Blanc again, right? So it was the 100% Chardonnay as well. And I'm not a Chardonnay fan.
I love Chardonnay, so I mean these, of course, these are slightly different.
Very
They're
different.
more of the non-oaked type of Chardonnay is what they use, is what he said.
Yes.
No oak
But
based.
this was definitely dry, light, crisp. Had a little more flavor than I would say the Brut Zero. And but yeah, I really like this one.
Cool.
And then the next one after that was the Riesling.
Oh yeah, Riesling. Tell us about that. Was
And
it sweet?
I'm not a huge Riesling fan anymore. When I first was getting into wine,
Yes.
of course, I like the sweet stuff, the Rieslings.
I
But
think we all kind of start out like that.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we tend to delve more in the sweeter stuff.
till our taste buds
Yes.
mature.
Ooh, mature.
I gotta
Oh.
grow up sometime, you know. So this was really interesting. It was definitely a flatter flavor to it. Like
Okay.
I kind of like in the book here. There's different levels of acidity that I kind of track, and it goes tart, crisp, fresh, smooth, and flabby.
Oh yeah.
And this was the most
Flabby.
flabby wine I've ever tasted in my life. If I was gonna drink something and think, "Oh, this is flabby," which I never.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
tried it because
Yeah.
you were like, "This is where I'm going to use flabby," and I was like, "Okay, I can see that."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was weird, but not something I would get. But it's kind of interesting, and definitely you guys should try it.
Oh wait, he gave us a little extra taste of the Riesling. Because I have it in my notes down here that I
Oh.
have. Yeah, I just put dry sparkling. But yeah, that's the one where you're like, yeah, it was very,
Okay.
very flat.
Oh, yeah, he
kinda.
did, he
Yeah,
did.
he did. Yeah.
So
The extra tastings that we got, guys. Just ask questions. Remember,
they want to show off their wine.
they do.
Definitely. So that was the Riesling, and then we moved on to this other one, which also I cannot say. Starts with a G. It's like a
Oh, a
Germanish word.
Gewürztraminer.
What? How do you say it?
Gewürztraminer.
Can you say it one more time?
Gewürztraminer.
Can you say it 5
I'm
times fast?
pretty dang sure.
Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer.
It sounds right. This one had more of a vanilla, like a
Oh.
warmer taste to
Curious.
it, like a warmer sweetness. So that was super interesting too.
Okay.
I didn't put a lot of notes. There was a lot going on in our little private room when the bubble master or bubble manager
Oh, he
came
was
in.
really loading us up on info.
He gave me a lot of info. I was having trouble keeping up, to be honest. Look at all my notes here.
He's a fast talker too.
He could be
But he's so knowledgeable. I think he's been there for 9 years. Is that what he said?
At least.
It's been a while.
At least.
So he knows quite a bit.
I think he could be, what are those people that do the auctioneers?
Oh man,
He talks so
yeah,
fast.
He did. And there
But-
was so much info. It's
yeah.
like, whoa, tell me more.
But he was so great. Very nice, very kind. Once he found out we weren't trying to steal trade secrets.
I know, yeah. Oh, we need to tell him about the note story.
Oh, yeah. So, we're in there doing our tasting. The place is super busy, so, like, we didn't want to bother the nice gentleman kind of attending to us.
Yeah, originally that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were doing notes and kind of, he gave us our little booklets on the information of the wine. And then the bubble master. I just want to call him bubble master.
I know, but yeah, I think he's
Master
just
of bubbles.
bubble manager.
Yeah, that's
but
what his
which
little
is
name
really
tag
cute.
said,
Yeah.
He saw that we were taking notes and came in, closed the door behind him
Yeah, we
because
had
the
it
door was open. Closed it behind him and was like kind of interrogating us.
I know. He's like, wait, so why are you guys taking notes?
Yeah. What do you?
And then he shuts the door, and then me and Lord are
Like,
looking at each other. What?
So eventually it comes out that we're doing the podcast, which we try to avoid telling people
Yeah.
prior to the end. We will mention it at the end while we're like checking out and stuff. Hopefully we get a discount or something, you know?
That
Hasn't
would be
happened
cool.
yet.
It hasn't. No, not yet, guys. Shoot. But no, we try to wait to get a good experience
Yeah.
and see how.
We want to see what
Yeah.
the actual experience is like for everybody,
Yeah,
not just like when they find out that we're
like really interested and gonna
Yeah.
be talking about their wine.
yeah. So, but this guy, we had to tell him we were doing a podcast because he thought we were trying to steal trade secrets.
Which they've had happen.
Yeah. Apparently, they reduced their tours that they do of the venue.
Yes. To show their process of how they do everything.
Because people have tried to spy.
Yeah, they take pictures and would write down info that they were talking about.
Lucrative business wine.
Yeah,
You know?
so I know that's a bummer that people ruin it like that, but so no fun.
So, no stealing trade secrets.
Don't do it.
But back to the tasting.
Yeah.
We,
Hold on.
The little bubbles.
The tiny bubbles.
Thanks for the refill. Gotta re-up on the drinks here.
Yeah, guys. Okay, so my second one and the tasting was the Blanc de Noir, and that's what we're currently drinking right now.
Yum.
Yeah, so good. So this is 100% Pinot Noir. And so how they describe it, the Blanc de Noir, it's a red grape. And they skin the red grape after like 2 hours of picking it.
She's thinking really hard
And
right now.
press it. And so it gives it a very nice light pink color. Not as much as a rosé. It's a very light pink color.
Yeah,
It's pretty.
We weren't sure how, because we thought like it would be typically a red,
Yes, a noir is a red.
but we didn't understand how they got such a clear color with
Yeah.
it. So of course we had to ask more questions.
Very clear pink. Yeah, so that's how they do that. They after they pick it, they skin it
And they
after
press it.
2 hours. Yeah, and then they press it, and then
Okay.
it gets the light pink color. So if they let it sit longer, it'll be a darker color, which is really cool. But anyways, this one's like kind of has the strawberry smell and taste to it.
It would be so good with chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah, it's very like crisp, little acidic, I think. It's really yummy.
It's so
Oh
good.
my gosh, I forgot on that pretzel board.
Mm-hmm.
So with the strawberry, they gave us a little thing of Nutella,
Yes.
right?
I ate it.
Oh,
I did.
I definitely
tried.
dunked my strawberries in that.
I definitely tried the strawberry and dunked it in the Nutella because
So good.
I did taste yours
Yeah, yeah.
and so good with the strawberry and Nutella.
Oh,
I was
that's
taking
amazing.
the tasting very seriously.
Yeah, you were. But yeah, so this one has 8 grams of dosage, so a little sugar in it, but not too bad.
Dosage? What is that?
The sugar,
Okay.
the added sugar. Yeah, and then okay, excuse me. On to my third one, I had the rosé. That is a brute as well. So that one had dosage of 22 grams per liter. So that one's definitely a little bit more sugary. And that is a Syrah Chardonnay blend. Oh, I forget. I took a picture of my wine flight. And it says served at the U.S. State Department.
Oh yeah, in Washington D.C.
Yeah, I forgot that there's
The
a couple.
rosé.
Yeah, the rosé. Oh, he was saying that that's definitely one of their most popular ones. So you can actually get that in some stores too.
So the rosé you can find at
I think Yolks.
Costco.
Yes, Costco.
And most Costco's and the Pacific Northwest.
Yes. Yeah. So that was a super cool
Yeah, super
fact.
cool.
But yeah, so that one I kind of got a rhubarb taste with that. And on the notes it does say has kind of a strawberry rhubarb. And it says yeast on the nose makes this wine a crowd pleaser.
Ooh, that sounds
Curious, but yeah, he said that's the most common one that people will drink. I thought it was really light and easy to drink.
Yeah, that one's like
Personally.
a really nice summer fun drink.
Yeah, it was a really pretty pink color too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was definitely smooth. I did not mind drinking that at all. And then my last one, I was supposed to have the Syrah in my tasting, but they had limited bottles left. So they served me their Limburger.
Limburger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it
Sounds
was
like it's from a
called.
movie or something.
Right? Yeah, I'm not sure. But that one I just kind of put raspberry or cranberry taste to it. And it was a little bit of a lighter red. Kind of if you tipped it to the side, a little kind of clearness to it, which was fun. But he did let us taste, remember? Because we were asking questions.
Oh yeah,
He actually brought out the Syrah.
He did.
He did.
He brought out a few extras actually.
Yes, he did. So the Syrah, should we go over that one?
Yeah, let's go over the
Yeah.
Syrah. I feel so special because we got the extra Syrah.
I know the limited bottles left. I was like, wow, this is cool. That one. So they actually chilled that one. Remember that? I put chilled, and it was actually really yummy chilled too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
thought they'd all be chilled.
I
Is
think
that not a thing?
I
All of ours were chilled.
I thought
Maybe he said to make sure it's chilled.
that when he said to make sure that it was chilled, because I definitely put a chilled note next to it.
Well, personally, I like them all chilled when it comes to sparkling.
I mean, yeah. But I'm not sure.
So I wrote down bright dark red. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
how
a very pretty dark red.
Yes.
I'm looking up if all sparkling wine gets chilled.
So I found a note here
Okay.
because he also gave us an extra Riesling, which
He did, yeah.
ended up being the Riesling I had. And
yeah.
I wrote an interesting note that
the
was
flabby note?
yeah. So no, it was also a dry Riesling.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? That Riesling was very dry. The driest Riesling I've ever had in my life. And maybe that's why I thought it was kind of flabby. But so that's just an interesting thing. Most people Rieslings are very sweet and they don't get the dry sensation from it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, normally sweet.
What are you looking up again?
So, if all sparkling wine should be chilled. But remember, he was saying, though, if it's not chilled to that perfect temperature, so if it's too warm, remember, it'll bust it out of the bottle.
Yeah. Apparently, if there's only 3 reasons, right?
Yeah.
Did we go over this already?
Yeah. No, we didn't. I
Okay.
don't think we did.
So there's 3 reasons
Yeah.
that when you open a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine, that it kind of explodes and goes all over.
Mm-hmm.
Reason 1, you shake it because you know you're going to celebrate and you want to make a mess.
Definitely top one.
Yes. Reason number 2, it's not cold enough. So if it's too warm, it'll explode.
Ideal temp, roughly 45 to 50 degrees, I believe.
And what's the 3rd reason?
A third reason, you pull it out too quickly.
What?
Yeah, I think so. It's on your technique on how you pull it, correct?
I don't know. The note I have, it looks
says
like
pull.
pull.
Yeah.
but-
So I remember him saying there's some people that will just like yank it out. So it's too quick of a motion.
Oh.
And you actually want a smaller pop when
Oh.
you pop your bottle.
Okay.
A lighter one. So you don't want that really heavy, loud, burst. And I believe that's how it makes it explode more.
Okay. Okay, so we talked about the Syrah. We talked about the word I can't say here. What was the other thing that we had?
The dry Riesling?
Oh, okay. So the last one he gave us was called the Celebration Cuvée.
Yeah.
So this one is actually 100% Riesling.
Not quite positive on that because I put dry Riesling under my notes. So I'm
Maybe it's
not.
This was our last tasting. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So
See, guys, our notes get a little bit less and less as we keep going.
So I wrote down color was pale, watery, more of a greenish color, clear. Aromas were low. It was dry. This was a dry
It was dry.
drink.
That's why I put that.
It had a tart, crisp acidity to it. Flavors. I tasted a lot of strawberry in this one.
Okay.
And it was very dry. And when Steve, Bubble Master,
Bubble Manager.
was talking to us about it, he tried to have us guess what grape it was.
Oh, he did. He
Yes.
was like, "Okay, wine note takers, what do you
Failed.
taste?" Yeah.
Failed.
And we always say, "Hey, we're not sommeliers. Remember
Absolutely
this.
not.
We did not do that in the opening. Remember, guys, we are not sommeliers.
We're not sommeliers.
Yeah,
We don't have any wine degrees.
we just look stuff up.
And we
okay?
just like to drink wine and talk
And we
about
do.
it. All right.
That's the main thing. Is just drinking wine.
So take a wild guess at what it is. I'm going to give you guys a second here, a moment of silence. All right, Danielle.
Okay.
What was it?
What?
It was a Riesling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Nope. Wouldn't have thought. Dry.
Absolutely. Bone dry.
Yep.
Bone dry Riesling,
Yeah. Very weird.
which you can get for a low cost of $20. It was
That's
actually
very reasonable.
this one was actually my favorite.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wanted to buy a bottle, but
Why?
why?
Yeah.
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
Because the food was pretty spendy, and I did the tasting and the food, and I did buy a bottle of oh shoot, what was it?
Oh, you bought us
I did. I bought a little like celebration bottle
mini bottle.
that I could put a funnel on.
Oh, yeah, you bought a funnel. I forgot you bought a funnel. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So remember, drink responsibly, guys.
And get a funnel.
Yeah.
So you don't spill.
Best thing. Save every drop.
So those were all of our tastings. But one of our girlfriends got the Mimosa Flight.
Oh, yeah, we should just dabble over that really quick.
So she did allow us to taste her flight.
I didn't try all 4 of them. I think I tried 3. I didn't try the blue one.
Dropped the ball, Danielle. You dropped the ball.
And I love mimosas, guys. Okay, so I love wine.
Can we just take a break and cheers to mimosas?
Cheers. Love it. Let's take that drink.
Breakfast mimosas.
Great thing. I love 2 things. I actually love a few things in life. I will say this. My husband. I have to say that, right? No, I'm just kidding. I love him.
You don't have to.
I
But
love
I
him.
do know that you do.
But I love wine and mimosas. Everyone knows this about me. I don't make it a secret at all. So this was great. I'm glad that she got them.
So the mimosas, there's 4 different ones that came in the flight. It's seasonal mimosas.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all made with the Blanc de Blanc. So they're half and half.
Yes.
So they're half Blanc de Blanc. Not the Blanc de Blanc Brut Zero, the Blanc de Blanc Brut. And the other half is the juice. So they have a strawberry one, an apple cider, a blue raspberry, and I thought it was a pear, but it actually is a white grape flavor.
It was a white grape flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Was it blue raspberry? I thought it was curacao. Is that technically the same thing? Should I look this up?
I don't know. We're going to be looking up
it was
everything.
curacao.
I don't know. It was blue and it tasted tarty. It was
Yeah.
good. I thought blue raspberry. And honestly, the strawberry one I thought tasted more cranberry-like.
I thought it was cranberry too.
But the apple cider was apple cider. Speaking of which, somebody gave me apple cider moonshine that I forgot at work today.
Oh no.
Mhm.
That's terrible. How do you forget that?
I had to smuggle eggs across
How
the
do you
state line.
spell curacao? That's another question.
Eggs over here in Washington are pretty crazy in price. It's like $20 for 5 dozen eggs right now. So a friend of mine lives in Oregon, and she was coming over here, and so she smuggled some eggs over the state lines. Who would have thought the world would have came down to smuggling eggs over the state line?
We're really like all over the place today. But so back to my blue curacao and blue raspberry.
It tasted like blue raspberry, okay?
So funny. I looked this up, guys. It says there's an answer right at the top. No, blue curacao is a liqueur flavor. It doesn't taste like blue raspberry at all. But hey, we thought it was blue raspberry, but I'm pretty sure he said curacao if I remember correctly. Maybe he didn't.
I don't know. I had a few drinks.
Yeah,
this
because we
point.
asked towards the end finally what her flight was, because we had asked earlier, but our guy was busy initially, so it was very busy in there. But we did get good service still, though, so don't.
Service was great
Yeah.
at Treveri. Food was delicious.
Yeah.
Wine was great. And I didn't get a hangover the next day.
No, I didn't. I
And
thought it was good.
so would highly recommend, definitely make a trip
Mhm.
out there if you have the opportunity to set up a reservation. If you're interested in joining their membership, they have a few different levels of their club membership. We're just going to go over them really briefly.
So there's 3. There's the
Tourage
Tourage?
Club, which
Yeah.
is 2 bottles, shipped 3 times a year, and I think all of them you get 10 to 15% off bottles or cases, okay, depending on which club membership you get, and you also get free tastings as well. And these bottles are winemaker's choice.
yes.
Okay, so they'll just get shipped out to you. And if there's one on there that you don't like, you can always like send it back or trade or let them know.
Yeah, they said that they were okay with if you wanted to trade one out.
Yeah.
They didn't seem.
So that's the Tirage Club, okay? And now second tier is kind of like the Cuvée Club, which is 6 bottles shipped 3 times per year. And you get increased percentage off. It's 15 to 20%. And then you get... Oh, I fucked it up. Okay, on to the next one. There's the Choice Club, which is also 6 bottles of per year. 6 bottles or more of the core tier wines, right? So they're elite, top of the line wines. But it's also your choice.
Yeah. Yeah, your choice. The guy said the most common one is the Tirage. 2 bottles 3 times a year. He's like, you don't probably really need any more than that unless you're doing some sort of celebratory thing maybe, but
best bang for your buck.
Yeah. And then of course you get some extra perks being a member. They'll do club release parties where they close a couple times a year for the public, but just members can come in. So maybe you get 1 extra glass for like a guest that you bring, or maybe you get 2 extra glasses. So there's those extra little perks, but they'll go over all that with you. They're great about answering questions
or you can
everything.
look on their website too. Their website has some information. It's kind of confusing, but
it's a little limited, but they definitely provide their phone number. They answered the phone and stuff when I called them to make a reservation. So definitely recommend make a reservation though. They are busy.
Especially on a Saturday.
And it's cold out right now too. Oh, we didn't talk about Oh my gosh. Fun thing, guys. Fun thing. They have, what do they have, Lauren?
Dome igloo type things.
Igloos.
Yes.
So cool.
So cute. On the outdoor patio, because they have a big outdoor space.
I feel like it's definitely more seating for sure for nicer weather times.
And they even have little heaters out there because it gets cold up here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, so the igloos have a little bit of a warmth to them, and we saw that they had blankets in there too, just in case,
and heaters. They had some of them had some heaters in there too. So, super cool to look out and kind of see those. And then people just really like the experience of being out there.
Yeah.
Kind of having your own little private space, but still being able to be warm.
For sure. There was a fee with it too. I didn't ask what it was, but to reserve it, they definitely, I think, made you pay a certain amount.
And I think it's to like hold your spot.
It is, but I'm going to maybe possibly assume there may still be a fee. I'm not quite sure because she didn't go more into it, but for sure to hold your spot though, because they don't want people to not show up for that, for sure.
Because it gets so busy, you know?
Very busy. Yeah.
But also, I don't know if we talked about walking in there, what it was looked like.
Oh, well, when you go up there, you kind of curve down like past a vineyard, go back up. They have their like gravel parking. There's like pretty big tanks outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of go through and there's, shrubbery and trees that you walk through to the front.
Yeah.
And then, like we said, it was very cozy when you walked through the door.
Yes. There's lots of like trees up against the building, landscaping. And then you walk in and it's kind of an older vibe in there.
Mm-hmm.
More cozy.
A lot of wood.
Yes.
To it, yeah.
Musky a little bit.
Is it musky?
I don't know.
I can't remember
it
what
kind
it
of gives
smells
me like the older vibe.
Oh, we didn't talk about, so if you're a member, if you go upstairs, they actually have seats more reserved for members. A little more limited.
It wasn't
seating.
as many as I thought it was.
Yeah. I think when it's warmer out, they will open the balcony as well too for members,
which wraps around the building a little bit.
So there's a few tables up up top.
Yeah.
For
And it's kind of
members.
cool though, like to look out into the like
Where
back
they-
area.
Yeah, where they make the wine, you can look into it a little
Mhm.
bit.
All right. So it was a really cool place. Beautiful scenery, beautiful view, great atmosphere. But more of a casual setting, for sure. I would say.
Yeah, it was casual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one interesting thing that I learned that I didn't know really was that, for example, all of Treveri's wines, sparkling wines, you want to drink within 4 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all their wines, okay? Not all wines apparently are meant to,
Have an extended shelf life.
yes. Can you say that one more time?
Extended shelf life.
Yeah, they're not all meant to have that. So
No.
only some wines are meant to continue to age well.
Definitely not sparkling.
Yeah. At some point,
Mhm.
wines will not get any better with age.
They will get worse.
Yes.
And you don't want that.
Yeah. So some wines will become more complex with age.
Mhm.
And some wines, they will only develop for so long. Because I think when we went to Desert Winds, a lot of them said drink within like,
I felt
the
like an
next-
average was like 8 years.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I think I wrote that down
You
somewhere.
did. Somewhere.
Who knows where. But so that's something to consider. So if you have a bottle of Dawn sitting around,
Yeah, you need to pop that
Pop-
open.
pop
Don't
it
be
open.
waiting that 10-year anniversary or something because it's going to taste like vinegar, guys.
yeah,
Don't
if it
do
t-
that.
If it tastes like vinegar, it's not good.
Definitely not good.
So fun fact.
And I also want to add too that Steve was telling us how the owner wanted people to enjoy his wine, to have an affordable wine, and one that's made from, and I put Champagne de Menthe or Champagne de Traditionnel, how that where they put it in the directly into the bottle. So he wanted those three main things. And he did kind of end with that with us too.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good ender where that the owner just really wanted people to just really enjoy his wine and be able to afford it, because there are some of those ones that's a little pricey, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm not about that. There's some good wines that are cheaper, you know. You don't need
Well, I don't, maybe not use the term cheaper.
yeah,
but
I
like,
guess I
you
shouldn't,
know,
but
it's something more of a
yes.
daily thing. Like
Yeah.
it's not something that's so exuberant or
You need that luxury, you know,
No.
it's like where
And
I'm breaking the bank.
yeah, no, definitely not. This is wines for everyone, you
Mhm.
know.
That's a better term. I like that.
That was
Thank
really
you.
I felt the vibe that they were trying to get at was they want everybody to be able to have access to these wines.
Yeah, and we could tell because people clearly enjoyed it. It was very busy there.
It was good wine, let's be honest.
it was very good.
Even Brad had a good time.
Yeah, my husband had a great time. He
Yeah.
had a special drink.
Yeah,
we didn't even hit that.
We didn't get to talk about that.
I actually forgot what it was called. Do
Did
you
you
remember
write
what it was?
anything down about it?
I took a great picture.
It was served in a smoking lighthouse. Or
no lantern. Guys,
Lantern.
and when we read that, we didn't realize. I was like, oh, maybe it's in like some special cup or something. No, guys, it's literally like those large lanterns that you hold,
that you put big candles in
Yeah.
to sit out
like
on your
sit
porch.
outside. And so the guy comes in, our original guy that was serving us, holding this huge lantern,
Giant.
and then right, you see it's all smoky. And it was so funny because so we had a window out to the main common area that you walk into. Everyone was watching. And then so my husband like opens up the door, and then of course a plume of smoke wafts. It
Smells so good.
smelled so good, guys. It like wafted out.
Wafted.
He's like grabbed
Wafted.
grabbed his drink. The smoke smelled amazing. The drink was amazing. I'm not big on
Bourbon.
drinking straight bourbon, but that was That was awesome.
Oh.
Amazing.
Side note, cutest little thing, which I thought was super adorable.
What?
The little orange peel. So there's a little
Oh,
orange
yeah.
peel like hanging on the side of the glass.
Yeah,
You know
they
how they
cut
put
a
the
little
little
bit.
lemon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They put the little peel on there, but they put the little like
They're Travery, like they did
they
a
branded
branded stamp.
like a little
of
brand
Travery.
stamp of
Yeah.
Travery on there.
Wait, did I say Travery? I'm sorry, guys. Travery.
So- super adorable.
yeah.
Looks super cool, and that smoke really gives it a ton of flavor, and also filled our little private room with such delicious.
We both can't talk. It's
I know.
okay.
It's the wine. It's
It
kicking
is.
in. It's
Ooh,
kicking in.
guys, a couple glasses in, you know, that's fun. No, it smelled so good in there, and ooh, we were wafting in it. Amazing. I'm
it
so
was
sad
about-
that I forgot the name of it.
The
I-
drink?
Yeah,
It was like an $18 drink though. So
it was, and my husband's like, you know what? I guess I'll be okay with it. Do I have a picture and I can zoom in? No, I got it of the other side where it had our food in it. Shoot. I got like a smidge of it in this, but
Well,
it's-
you'll know it
yeah.
when you look on there for sure.
at
If you
the
go-
end of the description it will say smoked lantern, and it's literally in a smoked lantern. We
did not think that
Yeah,
that
we
was
didn't think it was that.
so literal.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of stuff for everybody there at Travery, and that kind of wraps up our
It does. It's wrapping
little
up
adventure there.
our fun experience that we had.
Again, would recommend. We'll probably go back in the summertime to kind of see what the
Absolutely.
landscape looks like in the summertime, and I guess taste their summer releases.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, since they have seasonal stuff, which is great.
They'll have a new mimosa flight.
Ooh.
But all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in
Yeah,
for this
thank you.
episode. It was a lot of fun checking out Travery. If you guys have any
Questions or
questions,
feedback. or-
yeah, go ahead and send us a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Well, thank you so much again for listening, and tune in. Okay, guys, tune in next time. We're going to be going to Longship next for our adventure, I
Which
guess, right?
we did do a blind tasting.
We did do a blind tasting, so we got to leave it at that.
Yeah,
We can't let them know anymore.
I know.
We got to keep them coming back.
That's
Coming
right.
back for more. Come on, guys. We love it. We love that you're listening to us. So this
Thank
is
you
great.
guys for
Yeah.
all your support and tuning in.